Hello everyone, welcome to SIUK India webinar. Thank you for joining us today. We are now live with the University of Reading. We have Dr. Stephen, Professor Uma and Neha with us today, who will let us know more about this special webinar session. Please feel free to post all the questions in the chat box on the right. We will answer all the questions after the presentation during the Q&A session. So let's start. Over to you, Stephen.
Sorry, it always takes me a few seconds to unmute. So hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Stephen Bosworth. I am a lecturer in economics at the Department of Economics at the University of Reading. And I am the Director of Postgraduate Taught Studies or Master's Studies here at the University of Reading Econ Department. I'm also joined today by Professor Uma Kambampati, who is head of the School of Politics, Economics, and International Relations that contains the Department of Economics, as well as our sister department, the Department of Politics, with which we offer the Masters of Arts in Public Policy. And I don't have a slide with her name on it because I didn't know she was going to be joining us, but we are also joined by Dr. Neha Hui, who is a lecturer in economics in the Department of Economics and is a lecturer on the postgraduate taught programs. So teaches development economics at the postgraduate level. So thank you to my colleagues for joining me today as well. Let me see if I can advance the slides. So I'm going to run through a little bit of motivation for, first of all, why you might want to be studying economics at postgraduate level. And then I'm going to talk about how we run programs along those lines here at the University of Reading. I think that will give sort of a bit more of a structured view, but to get more of a flavor of what it is, the content that we actually have here in our programs, to talk about the research that informs our teaching. Professor Kamampati will take over and then go through a little bit of her recent research and as well as more generally the research that happens at the department. And all of that should take around 30 to 40 minutes or so, assuming I keep my time. And then don't worry, I will keep my time because it's very important that we allow the last 20 minutes or so to field questions from you all about either sort of entry to our programs, scholarships, funding, as well as how the programs run themselves. So I'm going to start off with a bit of motivation for why you might be wanting to study economics at a postgraduate level. And most of those reasons, I think, tend to center around that you want to work in economic research, or you want to be a research economist. And of course, you can do other things with a master's degree in economics. You can work in various financial fields. You can work in the civil service, but most of the people who get a master's degree in economics go onto these fields or workplaces with the intent of carrying out economic research. Now, that could be terminal in the sense of the master's degrees in economics that we offer here will prepare you to be, once you've got that degree, you can go out and do economic research, be a research economist, either in industry or in the civil service. But it can also form as a stepping stone preparation if you would like to eventually go on to get a PhD in economics. So to do research at postgraduate research level, where PhD also allows you to get a little bit more advanced as becoming a research economist in industry and the civil service. But of course, PhD allows you to do research and continue research at the academic level, so at university. And though the master's degrees in economics are not, you don't have to have a background in economics to study economics at postgraduate level. Really, the only preparation you need is to be quantitatively prepared, and we will give you the base, the background in economics to use your quantitative preparation at undergraduate level to translate into being a research economist. But many people do, in fact, do their undergraduate in economics, and I assume many of you will have as well, or are currently completing an undergraduate degree in economics, and want to sort of take the topics that we introduced there and do them at a deeper levels, right? To really sort of get into the practice, use the methods that the experts are using, and really try to get closer to the forefront of where economic research is at. So that is for sure a motivation that many students come to us with, and if that is your motivation, I would definitely say you're in the right place. But as well, if you are not, you haven't done any study in economics, or maybe you've only done a little bit of study, say you've taken 1 or 2 modules in economics, that so long as you've got a relatively quantitative undergraduate background or degree, that is, you can do calculus, some basic statistical tools, and you want to apply those methods, you want to apply your training in quantitative methods to social science-based topics, I would say that economics is a great way to bring quantitative type tools and reasoning to real world problems dealing with the economy, with society, with management in firms, with environmental and development problems. So all of these interesting social sciencey things can be studied with a degree in economics, and economics is so broad and so powerful in terms of being able to apply to lots of different fields, that if you have this quantitative type of training or mindset, that economics is the way to bring that to bear on a whole variety of interesting topics. And I know that the reason why we are academics is that we are interested in this field of study for intrinsic reasons. So I am an economist because I like doing economic research. I think it's super interesting to apply these sorts of tools to pressing and uncertain social problems. But it would be remiss if I didn't also say that there's what we in economics refer to as a labor market signaling aspect to getting postgraduate study, which is just to say that you do need to come to us with relatively good preparation, and we will make sure that you will go further than that you will apply really rigorous methods, and that we will make sure that you've absorbed those methods well, and demonstrated to us that you can apply those methods to novel purposes with either a dissertation or a capstone project. And so being able to do this does require you to put in hard work, and for you to apply your smarts. So the people who end up getting a master's degree, they get good jobs because they have demonstrated some really good and really valuable skills. So if you would like to be able to, or if you would like an outlet to demonstrate your hard work, your motivation, and your quantitative skills, then this is an avenue which will allow you to do that, and then will pay returns in the labor market, that there is a labor market premium for getting a master's degree in economics above and beyond getting an undergraduate degree in economics, because we make sure that we are accepting strong students, and the strong students need to bring their strengths to us to get through the program. So we run a number of programs within the economics department, one of which is jointly run with our sister department of politics within the School of Politics, Economics, and International Relations. and they're suited for slightly different career paths, but include a lot of overlapping content, a lot of overlapping modules, and of course, they are all taught by us, a single faculty of economics. So the first one I'll go through is our most standard one, the one which is offered by many universities, which is an MSc in economics, and that is really geared towards conveying the theoretical tools of research level economics. So getting you up to speed on the economic theory that forms the canon of research economics. And this is the one that is most suited towards becoming a stepping stone to eventually going on to get a PhD in economics. We also offer a number of more applied masters, which are, of course, don't limit you to, but many of these are chosen by people who want to go from postgraduate taught study into practice. So we orient these programs more around evaluating as well as imparting practice-based tools. Specifically, MSc Business Economics gives a lot of topics, content centered around industrial organization, business economics, entrepreneurship, and is very well suited towards either going into industry, being a research economist in industry, or being a research economist in the regulatory part of the civil service, such as, for example, antitrust. The Masters of Arts in Public Policy is the one that we offer economics-based modules on it, and there's a number of pathways within this degree, which some of which are more economics related, some of which are more orientated towards the politics and international relations field. But some of the pathways within the realm of economics include development, sustainability, and social policy. So you will take modules related to that within the economics department, as well as get a background in politics to make sure that you are able to deal with the public policy realm. And not a program that we are currently enrolling on, but which we will start enrolling on in the coming academic year, and which will start running from 2023, is a new program that we're going to be offering called MSc Applied Economics. And this will be much like the MSc Economics program, geared towards offering a general curriculum within a broad range of economic fields. So not quite as focused as business economics on making sure that you get the industrial organization training, although you can, of course, take all those modules if you so desire. But MSc Applied Economics will be a broad-based program like MSc Economics, but unlike MSc Economics, geared towards preparing you for practice. So it involves, instead of, say, a research dissertation, a practical research project as the main cornerstone or culmination of the degree. And all of these programs allow different amounts of specialization. So some of the modules that are optional on one program will be core to another program, and vice versa. So I mentioned all of those modules in business economics are fully available to students who are studying on any of these other programs, but they are simply core to the business economics degree. And so getting the title of MSc in business economics means that you have definitely specialized in those particular topics. But I'll go through them in a minute. We do have modules in quite a few areas of economics to specialize in. And all of these degrees, I would say, gear you up really well for quantitative inference, data analysis, really making sure that you are quantitatively comfortable, numerate, and will have the skills to employ those database skills in economic research wherever you go, either in industry or further study. So our program is a 12-month MSc program. You complete the whole degree within 1 year. You arrive in late September, early October, and then go through 2 teaching terms, which are in the autumn and spring. This is where all the taught content is delivered in our programs. And then the spring term ends around the end of March, and the rest of the year, which is a good 6 months or so, is then about you applying that. So either in terms of revising for exams, which take place over the summer term, which runs from April to early June. And then after that, you're going to have to spend the remaining months of the program working on one of our culmination based for various pathways, either a dissertation, a capstone project, or a placement in the case of MA in public policy. So the program should be completable by the end of September, or actually before the end of September, early September, where the dissertation will be, or the capstone project results will be submitted, and any resit exams take place. So by the end of that month of September, your following year, you will have completed and gotten sort of the feedback, the results on your master's in economics. I will have to have these links put in the description of the YouTube video, as I'm not for some reason able to copy them and paste them into the chat in a live way. But if you go to our or if you Google, in fact, University of Reading modules, we've got all of our modules listed for the coming academic year on the university website. We've got the titles, we've got the descriptions of the content of those modules, how those modules are going to be assessed, as well as how the basic outline of the topics that are going to be covered. I would also encourage you, if you're interested in the University of Reading, to check out our staff web pages. So we also have within the economics department profiles of all of us as academics, and hopefully it's got all of our research interests there. So hopefully that appeals to you, since our teaching is research led. We bring the topics that we are interested to the modules that we want to teach, and what we teach within those modules. So do have a look at our profiles, and any program you apply to, have a look at the profiles of the staff to make sure that their research interests sound like things that you want to pursue as further study. These are our compulsory modules in MSc Economics and MSc Business Economics. So it's a little bit hard, the notation here, because some of these are compulsory on one program and optional on another program. So the green here are the ones that are compulsory to MSc Business Economics only. So you can see there that there's a lot of compulsory modules in industrial organization. In addition to that, you common to all of our programs, you are going to take a course in econometrics. So that's why that's in black, and do a dissertation. So that is common to both programs as well. The MSc Economics, so the one that is primarily geared towards teaching you the theoretical basis of general economics and setting you up for the PhD. The compulsory modules are more in terms of the basic micro macro theory, but of course all of those green modules are available as optional modules to those who are taking the MSc Economics degree. And of course, it's compulsory to do even more. Make sure you have lots and lots of training in econometrics, so the quantitative analysis tools of economics. And so that is indicated in red as being compulsory on the MSc Econ. But of course, that you can take more econometrics if you like on the MSc Business Economics degree as well. The Masters in Public Policy, the compulsory modules are more centered around the public policy topics. So these are specific to the MPP program. There is also, of course, either a dissertation or a capstone project, and optional modules. This is where it intersects more with the econ delivered modules. So the optional modules, or some of the core modules that you saw on the previous slide for MSc Business Economics and Economics, are optional on the Masters in Public Policy, where core is this module Economics of Public Policy, which is optional on the MSc Econ and MSc Business Econ. We also offer development economics, the economics of financial markets, economics of public policy, which is optional on our econ based and core on Master in Public Policy, applied behavioral economics, economics of social policy, macroeconomic policy, and capstone, which is available to all of these programs, but which can form optional credit on the MSc Economics and MSc Business Economics, as well as potentially supplanting the dissertation on the MPP program. So you can really structure a pathway that really ideally suits your particular interest within economics, or get a very broad range of applications of economic tools to a number of topics within our programs, both sort of in terms of selecting what degree you would like to get, as well as your path within the degree program. The capstone project, which I alluded to just a few moments ago, is one where a student will work with or potentially other students in a small group overseen by an academic supervisor, which is a project which is set up with an outside organization where they need a particular piece of research-based work done. And this is done on site, not necessarily literally on site, but working with the people in this outside organization. And students are preparing an output which is suiting the organization's requirements as laid out up front in setting up the project. So this oftentimes comprises a report or presentation, and usually involves working with data that is specific to the organization that you do the capstone project with, and then is assessed via both the capstone organization, the organization you do the project with, saying you've successfully delivered what they've asked, as well as a 3,000 word written project summarizing your work there. So the capstone is a great opportunity to really put in practice what you've learned in the modules as part of your degree, as well as a great opportunity to form connections which will key you into the workplace. At the University of Reading, we also offer a number of resources to those students who are studying with us. These include the academic English program. So we have available to all of our students, any international students coming to us can take advantage of our universities. So this is provided not just by our school, our department, but university-wide. So experts in making sure that international students get up to speed in terms of academic English, writing skills, as well as general English proficiency. So of course, we do have entry requirements for that, but speaking any language, you can always improve. Writing skills, even though I'm a native speaker, I have had lots of opportunity to, and probably still could, improve my writing skills over the course of my career. So these are very useful resources that are available to our students who are coming to us from outside the United Kingdom. We also offer support in both mathematics and general study advice that is university-wide. And we have dedicated career support at the University of Reading. I've mentioned at the beginning that some of our master's students have gone on to do some really exciting applications of research in a number of different fields. I've listed a number of just a few examples of students here. So there was a student who came and did a master's with us, and he then worked at the Bank of Zambia, and has recently come back and is pursuing his PhD with us. Some continue sort of right on into their PhD with us after doing a master's because they like the environment and want to keep doing research with the staff that they meet here. So one example is a recently graduated PhD who is now a lecturer at King's College. And some go from our programs right on into industry. So the person mentioned here did their master's degree just last academic year, is currently a trainee chartered accountant, and did one of these capstone projects with a regional football association in Southeast England. I will answer questions about this or field questions about this, but I just want to mention already in the slides, we do as a department offer subject scholarships in economics, both for the MSc Economics and MSc Business Economics. And these are for international students, £4,000 off the international fees. If you are applying to study with us this starting academic year 2022, I would very much encourage you to apply by the 15th of June, because if you do, then we can consider you for this subject-specific scholarship, £4,000 off the international fees. So get those applications in, get them in by 15th of June, and be considered for scholarship funding. So I hope that you are piqued your interest in studying economics at the University of Reading. I want to turn it over now, and hopefully I haven't used up too much time, to my colleague, Professor Uma Kamampati. And sorry, I think yes, okay. So Uma is going to talk to you now about the research environment in our department.
Great. Thank you, Stephen. Hello, everybody. I'm Professor Uma Kamampati, and as Stephen said earlier, I'm the head of the School of Politics, Economics, and International Relations. So this is a school that has two departments, the Department of Economics and the Department of Politics, which is already a big win as far as UK economics departments go, because it is a proper social science school in which you can, and as you can see with the Masters in Public Policy, it puts together both core social science programs to create a really key social science program, as well as a research environment that brings together various aspects of the social sciences. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I completed my schooling in India, then came over to the UK. I finished my schooling in Calcutta, actually, did my class 12 there, came over to the UK and joined university here. I graduated from university in 1992 and joined the University of East Anglia at the time, worked there for a few years and joined Reading in 1998. So that is a very long time ago. And I've been in Reading since. I've been a head of school since 2016. And so I have a lot of experience, both of academia in the UK in general, but more specifically of being at the University of Reading, which is a great university. I'm a development economist, and most of the research I have done relates to a whole range of things, of issues in development generally, but very specifically on South Asia and especially on India. So I have worked with a whole range of data sources on India. I've looked at in Indian industrial development. I've looked at the issue of child labor and child schooling in India. I've looked at women's empowerment in India. So a very wide range of work on India. And Neha, who's also on this call, and I have together worked on issues relating to Indian economic history. So there is plenty of expertise, if that's what you want to make use of, in terms of research skills on the Indian economy or on the South Asian economy too. We have a lot of PhD students from countries across South Asia who work on the region. Stephen, can we go to the slide on clusters? It's the one before this? Before. Thank you. Thanks, Stephen. So you will see from this, I'm a member of the Development Economics Cluster, and there are 6 members of staff within economics who are members of this cluster, and we join in with development studies people in a wide range of departments across the university. So the Development Economics Cluster does a whole range of development-related work, working on China, on South America, on Africa, and of course, as I said, on South Asia. We have so research in the department is divided across these clusters, and you can see that there are 5 clusters there. The Behavioral Economics Cluster, of which Stephen is a big part, relates to behavioral economics. There is a behavioral lab, which is a mobile lab in the university, and Stephen is director of that lab. It enables students as well as staff to do experiments, which might feed into either into projects or into dissertations, and of course into research more generally. So the behavioral economics cluster is also a very strong one in Reading, and as you might have seen from the slide on options, it does offer one of your master's options. There is the Sports Economics Cluster, which is actually quite rare in UK academia. The Sports Economics Cluster works both on, well, at the moment, a lot of the expertise is football expertise or cricket. And of course, I don't know how many of you have ever come across papers in sports economics, but the point about sports is it provides data that is very rich. And so it enables people within this cluster to use really quite advanced econometric methods to analyze this data. The Sports Economics cluster offers research seminars in sports economics, which are really well known in the field. Then there are 2 slightly more traditional clusters. This is the Business Economics and Finance cluster. Reading traditionally has been very well known in business economics, particularly in international business. And one of our very senior members of staff, a professor of economics, Mark Casson, is a leading light as far as the study of multinational enterprises or international business goes, and is a core member of the Business Economics cluster. As you can see, we have programs that are business economics programs. We have modules that fit into the business economics program as well. And then, of course, we do have the labor economics cluster, again, a very core cluster as far as research within the department goes. Labor economists in Reading work, of course, on very traditional labor economics topics, including unemployment, wages, and so on. But they do work really very significantly on issues like migration. They work on household economics specifically, and this relates to intra-household decision-making. How are decisions made within the household? Does the husband make the decisions or the wife? So a lot of gender-related issues come into this, well-being related issues, etc. Now, the important thing about each of these clusters is that they inform the teaching that we provide to our master's students. And so this is not just research for the sake of research. It is research that actually allows us to provide students who come to us with really quite frontier level modules. So you will be taught by specialists in the field. I wonder if I think what I might do is to stop here. I would be able to speak a little bit more about a particular research paper, but let me check with Deepika if there are lots of questions. Deepika?
Yeah, we have questions. So should we start with the Q&A session first?
Yes. So let's start with that and then see how much time we have left.
Okay. Thank you so much, Steve and Uma, for such a knowledgeable presentation. We are now moving towards the Q&A session. So the first question, the student is asking, can I enroll myself for the Masters in Economics without any work experience?
So yes, absolutely. We have many students who come right out of their bachelor's study in economics into the master's, both students who study undergraduate at the University of Reading because they like us so much and they want to keep going, but students who come to us from everywhere in the world to study their Masters of Economics in the UK. We also have students who do have work experience and decide that they want to change career paths somewhere midway through their careers and decide that a master's in economics is how they want to start that change. So our student body is absolutely both, and yes. I just want to add to Uma's run through of the research clusters is that I'm a member of 3 of these, and I'm sure that any 2 of these research clusters at the University of Reading have some staff member, faculty member at the intersection of them. We are a very well-connected, well-integrated, as well as sort of friendly department. So we are all interested in each other's research, and we all know what each other are doing. So it's a really cohesive research environment that you're coming into. It seems like these are a pretty diverse range of topics, but as you will discover, the same set of methods get applied to all of these different topics, and that's what makes it interesting. You know, all the different topics interesting to a common set of researchers.
Thank you, Stephen. The next question. What are the entry requirements for economics with a placement year, bracket for 4 years?
Economics with placement year 4. So this is an undergraduate program.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I wonder if Ludo might be able to help.
Yes, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
And can you also see me?
No. Yes.
Hi, welcome. Okay, thank you. So in terms of entry requirements at UG level, we do accept application by UCAS. So all of our courses would need to receive an application by UCAS. In terms of 12 standards such as CBC, ICC, or state boards, we do accept them for direct entry, as long as, of course, they meet the entry requirements that are published on the website.
Thank you, Ludo. The next question. Who are the top 5 employers after completing the Masters in Agricultural Economics?
So this is a good question and an important point of distinction to make. So at the University of Reading, economics is offered across a wide range of schools with slightly different intended career paths and research lenses. So the program you're referring to, the MSc in Agricultural Economics, is offered by the School of Agricultural Policy and Development, and not the School of Politics, Economics, and International Relations. I can't speak to that program specifically. Their students do study in our modules, so there's absolutely crossover. Those students take development economics with us, and I believe some of our students also take some of their modules. That is, yes, very agriculture focused. So if you want to work with issues surrounding food policy, agricultural policy, and apply an economics angle to that, that is what they do. It is not, however, what we do here in the Department of Economics. So we offer to them teaching and development economics, and we are a more general social science focused Department of Economics. So we are really sort of brought together by economics as a field here in the Department of Economics.
Thank you, Stephen. The next question. Hi, can I enroll myself? Yeah, just so sorry. Yeah, hi, Stephen. Does the University of Reading have blended program such that I can study both online and physically in class?
Ooh, okay. So this is a really good question, and the answer to that is no. We have, of course, we've all had to adapt sort of on the fly over the last couple of years, and some of our teaching that we have ended up delivering has been using new methods, online delivery, recorded lectures, live web-based seminars. And so that has constituted a much bigger component of our teaching over the last few years. But we want our students to be in Reading in person, because there is content that is delivered in the classroom, and so even though there might be asynchronous content delivered through the latest technology on the program, an essential part is coming to us in Reading.
Thank you, Stephen. The next question. I would like to pursue my master's in economics. I am a graduate from Delhi University with 59% marks and have 5 years of work experience in UK-based MNC. Will she be eligible?
I think our entry standards are that you need a UK equivalent of a 2-1 degree in a quantitative field to be accepted for our master's programs. The 59% is really close to that, right? So I think this would be an edge case. This would be a case that we would take under consideration. However, our entry requirement is a 2-1 or international equivalent of the UK 2-1 degree standard for undergraduate study.
Thank you, Stephen. The next question. During the application process for the study, is it possible for me to send my documents without my transcript, because my transcript isn't available?
Oh, that is a good question that I don't know the answer to. This is something that our admissions support team will be able to answer. I do think eventually transcripts are necessary to be submitted for purposes of matriculation, for sure. For application, I don't have the answer to that. Is Ludovico, do you potentially know, or you're not admissions?
As advice, thanks, Stephen. Thanks for this. So, as advice, we tend to say if you've got any documents, even a partial transcript or they are not completed, feel free to submit them. So at least admission will have understanding where you at, or perhaps where you'll be landing with your final transcript. We are also aware, of course, universities sometimes they can take a bit longer to submit the final transcript. So my advice to the students would be to submit the document you've got so far, and then admissions will decide whether they can issue a conditional offer or unconditional or not. But I would not necessarily worry about whether you don't have all the documents with you. We've got students perhaps they start their application with simply the transcripts, and then step by step they are supplying the rest of the documentation, such as the CBSE results or SOP or personal statement. If I may just add, perhaps when you apply for any courses, make sure that also your SOP it's relevant to the course. It's important you show interest and passion about the course and your knowledge as well.
Thank you, Ludo. The next question. Can you give me information on IELTS score, admission process, scholarships, and accommodation facilities?
Oh, okay. So there's a number of prongs to that question, right? So one is the admissions. So admissions, I can say that we want a 2-1 or equivalent standard undergraduate degree in not necessarily economics, but a quantitative field. We also have English language requirements, which are a little bit, they're very flexible, I want to say. So IELTS is the traditional pathway to satisfying the English language requirement, but at the University of Reading, we now offer satisfying that requirement using a number of different tests, and I hope that a link can be put in the video description here to the university's policy on what qualifications they accept. There are also qualifications based on degree programs which are international, but which have been taught in English. So if you take a program which has been taught in the English language, oftentimes not everyone in the world, but some of these are also eligible to be to satisfy our English language requirements. Deepika, the next sub-prong question was.
So they're asking about the scholarships and accommodation facilities.
That's right. Okay, so we offer, I believe, 2 scholarships in the subject scholarships every year to international students. Those scholarships offer £4,000 off of the international fee rate, and you need to apply. We do it in a couple rounds. So I think the first one is 15th of March, but really the important thing is, so we can award those to students who have applied by 15th of March, but really we are deciding by 15th of June. So if you submit your application to the program and also submit your scholarship application by 15th of June, we can then consider your case for one of these subject scholarships that we offer. The number we offer changes from year to year. This year we have 2 of them that we're offering.
And about the accommodation details?
Accommodation, yes. So Reading University has student accommodation, which I'm told is very nice. Postgraduate students are absolutely eligible to rent rooms in the student accommodation. A lot is provided, and it's very conveniently located. The University of Reading has a very green suburban campus, and the student housing is of very high standard. There is also housing available in the town of Reading itself through private rental, and we are in the Thames Valley or larger London commuter area. So housing commuting options are also available, but postgraduate students are eligible for student housing on the university campus.
Thank you, Stephen. The next question. Are you hosting career days during the course, or is there any placement opportunities?
We don't have a dedicated career day during the course, but career support is embedded in the program, and placement opportunities are available on the program, both in terms of an arranged placement if you're on the Master's in Public Policy, or the opportunity to potentially do a capstone project in any of our degrees. So we have contacts with outside employers, organizations who have projects that they can bring to us as capstones, and we can set them up with our students to both satisfy their study requirements, as well as be a nice job opportunity connection to the labor market. So we don't have a dedicated career day, but support is very much embedded in the program.
Can I just come in here, Stephen, to say that Reading Career Service is available to all students, and they encourage all master's students to turn up. So to some extent, it relies on you. So if you're keen, you will get quite a lot of support from the career service. We do have a placement person within the school as well, who does help with things like CV and stuff like that. So there is plenty of support available. It's just, but you have to go up for the support. Thank you.
Thank you, Uma and Stephen. The next question. I completed my BCom in 2018. Can I apply for a master's for the upcoming September or January intake?
So first, we don't do January intake. But to answer the main question for September, yes. And I would say absolutely apply if you can before the 15th of June. To be considered for scholarship. But yes, we are still admitting students for the 2022 September intake.
Thank you, Stephen. The next question. 1 year master's course feels a bit short. Does the limited timeline affect the quality of research for a non-native student?
No, it does not. It is an intensive 1 year master's program. That it's actually too intensive for some students' purposes. So we also offer part-time master's study, in which case the program can take 2 years to complete for a slightly different fee structure. This is the way that most UK Masters in Economics programs are set up. That the content is there to prepare one to go into either a PhD level study of economics right after that single year master's program, or to go out and then be research economists following the 1 year of intensive study. I am aware that in the United States, for example, master's programs are oftentimes structured to take 2 years. I can't say exactly how the content compares, but the qualifications are equivalent, right? So the intensity of study in the 1 year that you get in a UK program is comparable.
Thank you, Stephen. The one student is asking, do you have any WhatsApp group for the students?
Not that I'm a member of. Yeah, so I would guess that there probably is, but the thing about those is that, you know, if the students decide to set one up, it's not for us as faculty.
Thanks, Stephen. Next question. How soon can an application considered?
So the decisions on applications, I don't actually know that, but it's quick.
They're really quick. Yeah. I mean, they just take a few days under most circumstances, unless you happen to hit a holiday or some such thing. But for the most part, it won't take more than 2 weeks, I don't think.
Thank you. The next question, what is the visa deadline?
Oh, so we don't have deadlines in terms of when you need to have the visa, only implicitly in the sense that our programs start at the end of September, and so and we want you to be here by then. I can't to study in the United Kingdom, you need I think they've changed the name of it, but it used to be what was called a Tier 4 visa, and I think it's now just called a student visa. So you will need one of those. Details about that can be found on the UK Home Office website, and I can't say anything about the Home Office procedures. So make sure you follow that and be okay to show up here late September.
If I
Thanks,
may, Stephen,
Stephen.
sorry.
Yeah.
Just the visa. We also have a visa team inside university that you can contact them anytime you want to. They'll be more than happy to support you with visa inquiries, requests, and so on and so forth. So I'll be sharing perhaps later on the web link where you can find all the information about the Tier 4 visa, how to apply, the documents, so on and so forth. And then if you got any questions, feel free, of course, to contact them because they're more than happy to answer to anything you've got in mind, basically.
Thank you, Ludo and Stephen. The next question, when can we expect the university to start issuing CAS letters?
Issuing what?
CAS letters.
I can answer to this, Stephen, if it's okay with you. So basically, you'll be getting a CAS once you have cleared all your, let's say, outstanding requests of documents. Okay. As soon as you've got your unconditional offer and accept and pay your deposit, admissions will be sending CASs out to all of you. They are now in the process of, so if there are the students that they already paid the deposit, just bear with us a bit because admissions is currently working on this, and then they should be getting to you fairly soon. Keep an eye, just for FYI, on your spam folder because sometimes they do get into your spam. So just keep refreshing your email and then we'll be getting to you soon. But don't worry, admissions are working on it and they will be getting your CAS soon.
Thank you, Ludo. We have covered all the questions from the chat box. Many thanks for answering all the questions so well and sharing your knowledge with us. We are now moving towards the end of this seminar. I would request if you have anything else you would like to put forward for the audience who are watching us live right now.
Oh, so I just want to thank everyone for showing up today and for submitting your questions. And yeah, I just want to say that we have a very great set of faculty here at the University of Reading. I think we work on a number of really interesting topics, and our modules are set up to impart that knowledge to new potential scholars. And so we're very excited about recruiting you all as students, and we think that the University of Reading is a great place to do your master's in economics or public policy. So yeah, thank you all, and I don't know if Uma wants to. Thanks, Uma, by the way, as well for showing up today.
Not at all. Again, like you, Stephen, just wanted to thank everybody for being here. There are a whole range of programs that we offer with varying levels of technical requirements. So do look carefully at these programs and think which one suits you best. And we look forward to seeing you in the autumn. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words to all the audience. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact our SI UK India offices. We'll be more than happy to help you. In the end, I would like to say thank you everyone for your valuable time today. Have a great day.